Okay, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our meeting of February 28th, 2023. I'll take a roll call at this time.
County Commissioners Best.
Here.
Duffy.
Here.
Gallo. James.
Here.
Lazara.
Here.
Deputy Director Bartlett.
Here.
Director Lepore.
Here. Announcement of the open public meeting law.
Ladies and gentlemen, the notice requirement of the Open Public Meetings Law has been satisfied with respect to this meeting, specifying the time, date, and location, including the annual notice adopted at the reorganization meeting and filed with the county clerk, Post Administration Building, and mailed to 2 newspapers in accordance with the provisions of the law.
As we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, I will ask all the members of VFW Post 10117 from Passaic, please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please remain standing. I will ask for Pastor Carmen Gasins of Bethany Church to lead us in the invocation.
Lord, we thank you and we honor you and bless you, God, for another day. We thank you for life. We thank you for health. We thank you for the strength. Father, we thank you even for this occasion for which we have gathered. We're asking you to bless the commissioners and everyone in leadership and in charge and all those that have gathered here on today. We're asking you to continue to cover this great city, to cover its leadership, to look after those, Father, that are no longer going to be with us, Father, that being Theodore Best. We ask that you would cover him, Father, in his next journey as he leaves his seat as commissioner here in Passaic County. Cover his family, Lord, and his co-workers, that the seat then will be filled, Father, with someone that would carry on the duties as he would. So I ask you now to bless those that are here, that are listening under the sound of my voice, whatever their needs are. I pray now that you would even meet those needs in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Please remain standing for a moment of silence to remember all the men and women who have died while serving in the United States Armed Forces and those who have died from the COVID-19, especially the 2,251 residents of Passaic County. Also, keep in your thoughts the people fighting for freedom in the Ukraine and the folks in Turkey who have lost their lives in that terrible, terrible earthquake. Thank you. Take a motion to approve the minutes.
Move it.
Second. Motion made by Commissioner James, second by Commissioner Duffy. Roll call.
County Commissioners Best.
Abstain?
Duffy.
Yes.
James.
Yes.
Lazara.
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett.
Yes.
Director Lepore.
Yes. At this time, and it's fitting at this time to turn the program over to Commissioner Best.
Thank you, Mr. Director. Good evening, everyone, and welcome you. Here today, we have a beautiful crowd, partially because you want to see how government works, but I think also because we're going to be celebrating some outstanding individuals and leaders from our community during this. I knew that, Lou.
Oh. All right.
So for the last 12 years, it's been my distinct honor to lead this body in celebrating our annual African American History Month celebration. And this year is even more fitting and even more of a special occasion, as this is not just the last year that I'm doing it, but it's also my last meeting as a county commissioner. So it's bittersweet to leave this august body, but I know that we're leaving it in great hands. And there was one person who was responsible for putting this entire team together and for leading our entire county for the last 30-something years, 3+ decades, and who gave me the opportunity to sit here. And I'd like to invite him to share a couple words, and that's none other than our Democratic Chairman, Chairman John Curry.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I guess I can excuse my back to this Augustus body that I'm so very, very proud of, and what they have done over the years to make government work for all of you in Passaic County. And that is one thing is important. Thank you, Commissioner Best. I want to simply start by congratulating your honorees as we approach the end of Black History Month. But ladies and gentlemen, the time that these folks and others put in throughout the year, Black history goes on each and every day. Because I want to thank you all for the time you give from your families to the communities and your various capacities to make the city of Patterson, Passaic County, and this state a better place to live. We still have work to do because our work is never done. We still have to look out for our children and our seniors. But I just want to commend the honorees this evening for the many, many hours and the volunteer work, either in the church or in the community, you know, in the schools or whatever you have done to help this community go forward. And with this, you know, I do have some mixed emotions today. I can remember back in the day when I was president, was never president, first vice president in the NAACP, and being in charge of the youth. It was a young man, a little skinny boy. I think he was in the sixth or seventh grade back then, that made more noise than you could have ever imagined. He always had a voice, and he's carried that voice with him through all the days. And I tell you, it is a little sad with this being his final meeting. Commissioner, come down here. See, it's one thing they all do obey the chairman, you know. But I tell you, I am just so proud of his many accomplishments, not only through him working through high school, going to Rutgers University, you know, working on Capitol Hill as well. And when I got the opportunity at the time, and then Freeholder Evans was on the board, I consulted with her and others, and I had about 4 names because it was a vacancy. And I chose this fine young man. And he truly have not disappointed us. So, Commissioner, I wish you well in your endeavors. I'm going to say take care of your kids and my grandkids, and your future is just beginning because you're still a young man. Give me a hug and you can go with your program.
Okay.
So that was very meaningful, and I know that Freeholder Duffy, I said Freeholder Duffy, Commissioner Duffy is going to be really upset since I'm not here anymore. He gets the chairman's full attention as the #1 target. Yeah. But he's going to miss me the most. He's going to miss me the most.
I never got a hug.
We do have some very distinguished guests with us today, so I do want to say thank you all for coming out. We'll have a chance to acknowledge some of the members in the audience in just a second, but I do want to get on with our first presentation and our first honoree. I'm going to ask Director Lepore to read the proclamation for our first honoree.
All right, you hear me good? I have the distinct honor and pleasure of giving the first award to our nominee, Linton P. Gaines. Would you please step forward? Whereas the month of February has been designated as Black History Month, and in recognition to the unbounded contributions and achievements made by exceptional African Americans that shaped and continue to shape our nation, our country's rich history and bright future, the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Passaic deems it fitting and appropriate at this time to honor and recognize Linton P. Gaines. Linton P. Gaines is a native of Queens, New York, and attended the S. Clement, the Pop Elementary School, and Power Memorial Academy. Oh, that's better. Before attending the College of Seton Hall University. Linton P. Gaines, in 1981, joined the Markel Paper Mills as the third shift inventory checker, and through advancement, finally earned his title of purchasing manager. During this time, he acquired his real estate license and began working evenings and weekends, selling homes part-time. And whereas Linton P. Gaines soon moved into the full-time career of real estate and joined Nicholas Real Estate, he became the top producing agent and was featured in the Passaic County Realtors Distinguished Circle of Excellence. Linton, as a community leader, serves as vice president of the Patterson branch of the NAACP, and he was past broker of record for the Patterson Public Schools, past chairman of Patterson Rent Leveling Board, past treasurer in the Jeff Jones campaign for mayor. And whereas Linton P. Gaines served as the chairman of the Deacon Board of St. Luke's Baptist Church, is a proud husband to his wife Vivian, who is former Eastside High School principal, proud father to his two children, Lance Gaines and LaToya Gaines, and grandfather of three. Linton has acquired a reputation for being a lead realtor in Passaic County community and committed himself to hard work and desire to assist others in their economic development. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the Passaic County Board of County Commissioners that it hereby publicly recognizes and applauds Linton P. Gaines as the significant contributions he has made to the County of Passaic and the community. Be it further proclaimed that this board wishes Linton P. Gaines good health and happiness in his future endeavors. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. Times like these where I had to say a few words, I wish I'd have written something down. But it's really easy to just say, on behalf of myself, my wife, my family, thank you very much for this prestigious award. This is really nice. I like this. I'd also like to say thank you and to acknowledge my wife of 42 years, Vivian Gaines, my son. My son is also here, Lance Gaines, who is also affiliated with the Board of Ed. My sister-in-law, Glennie Gaines, my granddaughters. I see Jordan Gaines. And who else do I see? Lene Gaines, she's in the back there. And the last person I want to acknowledge that I see is my dear mother, who's still with me, who still guides me, who still gives me guidance, who still loves me to death, Yvonne Brown. And once again, I just want to say thank you so much. I am very humbled by this, and just continue to just work. Work, smile, and then work some more. God bless.
Thank you. I'm going to ask everybody, we're going to take pictures at the end. So just want to move the program along a little bit. I do want to acknowledge a couple of people that I saw out in the audience in no particular order. We have the man who introduced me to college, and that is the former president of the Passaic NAACP, Mr. Calvin Merrick. How you doing, sir? Took me on the Black College tour, so I'm never going to forget that. Thank you. We have with us Reverend Al Steele. Want to acknowledge him. Thank you, Reverend Steele. In addition to all of the citations or proclamations that we have from our office, our county clerk, Danielle Ireland Imhoff, is also here with us. She also provided certificates for everyone. We have with us the superintendent of the city of Passaic, Sandra Diodene. Where's Sandra at? From the sheriff office, we have two undersheriffs. We have Undersheriff Kevin Dixon. Thank you for coming, sir. And Undersheriff Humberto Quadrado. From the Patterson Board of Education, we have Commissioner Manny Martinez. Thank you for coming. We also have a former Assistant Superintendent, Ms. Jeanette Lye. Thank you for coming. Yeah. And another former Assistant Superintendent, Pam. Thank you for coming, Pam. Love you. At this point, we want to, I think there's some other people I missed. I'll get to you in just a second. But we wanted to make our second presentation. I'm going to ask that Commissioner Lazara makes the presentation. I'm sorry, Commissioner Lazara, just give me 1 second. I'm sorry. We are going to switch it up just a little bit. I know the chairman has to leave, and the chairman wanted to make sure that he was here for this next presentation. So I'm going to ask Commissioner James to make this presentation.
Chairman goes back as long as I went back, and so we know Linda for a little bit of time. I just want to make sure I get the right one. Linda, you want to come up? I'm actually going to read this, but I want to speak a little bit. I went to college with Linda. And I want to speak to the 60s were a very violent time, and they were a time in this country where a lot of things mattered. A lot got done by people like Linda. When I got to William Patterson College, it was a teacher's college. It was transitioning to a full-time, other college, liberal arts college. And there was no Black student union. Well, because of Linda and people like Linda, that formed. We kept funding it. It got bigger. They actually caused real change at William Patterson College, real change, and change that mattered. They made sure that they had urban studies added to the curriculum so that when you talk about African heritage and history, they made sure that that was part of American history. And it started at William Patterson College, and we were sort of the communists on the hill to the mayor of Wayne at the time. But the reality was it was the progressives that did it. And their hope, and I have to say this because, I love you like you are my son. Their hope was to make sure they provide educational opportunities so that you could have young men and young women like TJ Best who are in key positions in life. And it started with somebody like Linda Smith. She gave all. When she graduated, she went to work in a hospital as a social worker. She got onto the board at the Board of Social Services where she cared about people. We used to take, and if you had experience in lieu of education at the Board of Social Services. So if you got 30 college credits at PCCC, you could become a caseworker. And as you did it, every year you spent in there, you gained another year of experience that counted as a year of college. So we have people, because of people like her, generations of people are now making super money at the Board of Social Services. It's one of the better jobs in the county. And that's really because of somebody like Linda. That opportunity, I see grandkids now coming to work there when we knew their mothers or fathers back in the day. But now it's generational wealth that's being built. And that is the whole point of education, right? That's the whole point of education. She saw this way before other people saw it. And she is one of the true heroines of Black participation in history. She's one of the true heroines who made sure that that became part of the American history, because that's what it is. So I love you. And now she's got to put up with me reading this, but I had to say that. I mean, we're close friends. I can't tell a whole bunch of stories, so I won't. So I'm going to read this now. Whereas the month of February has been designated as Black History Month, and in recognition of the unbounded contributions and achievements made by exceptional African Americans that shaped and continue to shape our nation, our country's rich history, and our bright future, as the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Passaic deems it fitting and appropriate at this time to honor and recognize Linda G. Smith. Whereas Linda G. Smith is born and raised in Paterson, New Jersey, and is a lifelong resident, she attended William Patterson Schools, graduated from John F. Kennedy High School, and whereas Linda G. Smith attended William Patterson University, graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree in psychology, and attended Seton Hall University, whereas Linda G. Smith was an active member of the Youth Council of the National Council of Negro Women, Passaic County section, and served as the treasurer. She is a longtime member of the Historical Calvary Baptist Church in Paterson, and it currently serves as coordinator of the Outreach Ministry, member of the Scholarship Commission, Shepherding Ministry, and is a member of the choir, which I didn't know until the other night. And whereas Linda Smith was instrumental in organizing and chartering the Black Student Union on the campus of William Patterson University, also a charter member of Theta Epsilon, the collegiate chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority, Inc., serving as its first treasurer, whereas Linda G. Smith, after 30 plus years of employment, retired from the St. Joseph's Hospital as a supervisor of case management, served as president of the Paterson branch of the NAACP for several years, and during that period, she was appointed to the board of directors of the Passaic County Board of Social Services and served more than 20 years there. She is the proud mother of her son, Michael, and mother-in-law of his wife, LaDonna, the grandmother to two granddaughters, Sean and Maxine, and now therefore be proclaimed by the Passaic County Board of County Commissioners that it hereby publicly recognizes and applauds Linda G. Smith for the significant contribution she has made to the County of Passaic, to the community in general, and to the United States of America. And part of this is her history and what she's done for others. And I will never forget you. You will always be in my family, always.
Would you like to say something?
You don't have to say anything.
Linton, I did write something down. You know, but it's not long at all, baby. It's not long at all. First of all, I'd like to thank TJ, who I've known since he was a teenager. And I would like to thank Commissioner Bartlett. Where are you? He served on the Board of Social Service with me, and he was so instrumental and such an asset to that board. And of course, my 50-year friendship with Bruce James, and there are stories, but we will not share them right now at all. But I want to also thank the Passaic County Board of Social Services for allowing me to be a leader on that board, for respecting my leadership, for listening when I thought things were going well, and listen when I thought things needed to be changed somewhat. And I thank Mr. John Curry, who was instrumental in placing me on that board, and who I've known since I was a little girl. And John, I don't have any stories. My sister Jeanette may, but not I. But most of all, I want to thank my family who are here. My beautiful sister Jeanette, and my charming, beautiful niece, Jalen, my son who is my heart, and his beautiful wife, and my two beautiful, beautiful grandchildren. One of them is waving at me now, Maxine and Sean. Yeah, they are. But also I want to thank my sorority sisters for being here. Stand. I love my sorority. I work hard in my sorority, and I will always be there for my sorority sisters. But most of all, I want to thank my God for giving me the gift to be a leader in some circumstances and for sustaining me for all of these years. I feel so blessed, and I thank you all, and thank you.
She's Mama Smith to me, and Mama lied over there too, and the chairman, who's always been the chairman. It was them three and Elise Evans that ran the NAACP in Patterson when I was a high school student coming up and got me involved in the NAACP Youth Council, and it's through them that I learned leadership. So I want to thank them all, and it's very fitting that they're all here tonight. So I really appreciate you guys. Next, we're going to have, let me introduce a couple more people. We have with us Councilman Robert Artis, who's looking really good from Prospect Park. My father-in-law, he put on a tuxedo for me tonight. Stand up and show everybody how nice you look, Rob. We have the Chief of Staff of Assemblyman Benji Wimberly, Miss Yvette Rowland, who I think is there. We have one of our trustees of Passaic County Community College, Miss Diana Poe. Thank you for coming. And a young man you're going to hear a lot about in the very near future, the president of the Greater Patterson Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Orlando Cruz. I'm going to ask Commissioner Lazara to make our next presentation.
So I have the distinct honor of reading this proclamation for someone who's very near and dear to all of us. I was so happy to see you when you came in, Dr. Janelle Hall. Come on up, Janelle. Now, I usually try to memorize these things, but you have so much that you do, and you're so young still. Like, I'm blown away by everything you can do, so I'm going to read this. Whereas Dr. Janelle Hall, although born in the Bronx, New York, she considers herself a proud Passaic neighbor. These are some of your Passaic neighbors. Yeah. Navigating through the Passaic school system, she is truly a product of the city that she serves today. Whereas Dr. Janelle Hall graduated from William Patterson University with a Bachelor of Arts degree in sociology and a minor in social science in 2011. She graduated with her master's in public administration from Fairleigh Dickinson University Metropolitan Campus in 2013. And in 2020, Dr. Hall earned her doctoral degree in philosophy with a concentration in public policy and administration, organizational leadership in nonprofits, PPA, from Walden University. You've been in like school your whole life, haven't you? Whereas Dr. Janelle Hall is the author of Daughter of Destiny, 8 Steps to Personal Empowerment, CEO and Principal Consultant at Beyond Inspired LLC, First Vice President and Chair of Program Planning and Development of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority, DST Inc., Patterson, New Jersey, Alumni Chapter, and a member of Walden University Divine Nina Alliance. Whereas Dr. Janelle Hall is an appointed member of the DST Eastern Region Conflict Resolution Committee and membership intake trainer. Services on the Boys and Girls Club of Clifton, Board of Trustees, and chairs in the Personnel Committee. She is an honorary member of All Ladies League, New Jersey Business Networking Chapter, and a lifetime member of Pi Alpha Alpha, right? PAA. National Honor Society of the Public Affairs and Administration, and National Society of Leadership and Success, and is a member of the NAACP, which tells you why I couldn't remember all this. Whereas Dr. Janelle Hall, on February 2nd, 2023, Congressman Pascrell bestowed a special congressional recognition highlighting her outstanding and invaluable service to the community. She was celebrated for her community service by Team Passaic and received the State of New Jersey Senate and General Assembly citation. Whereas Dr. Janelle Hall in 2018 was recognized for her 5 years of service at Berkeley College, New Jersey, and is a proud alumni of Leadership Berkeley and 6-month immersive leadership program. And now, therefore, let it be proclaimed by the Passaic County Board of County Commissioners that it hereby publicly recognizes and applauds Dr. Janelle Hall for the significant contributions she has made to the County of Passaic and to her community. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What a beautiful crowd. Hi, Danielle. Thank you. Thank you so much. There's the ethos that I stand by. It's a 1% ethos. And what that means is that everything that I do, I try to become 1% better. Whether it's reading a book, it makes me 1% better. Whether it's taking a walk in the park, I'm 1% better. Meeting someone, talking with someone, 1% better. And that's a charge that I'm going to give all of you, is that anything that you do, think about becoming 1% better. You don't have to be 100% better, but just that 1% better. That's all. And why I'm here today is because each and every one of you made me better. This is not for me. My degrees are not for me. It's for the community, because I came back with the merit, like TJ Best. I went on that NAACP college tour because of Calvin Merritt. So thank you, Mr. Merritt. So that you definitely deserve that as well. So this proclamation is not just for me, but it's for my community. It will be hanged right into the UPO office. My board member is here. Mr. Merritt is also another board member of United Passaic Organization. I thank you here publicly for your support. My children, Jonathan and Taylor, they make me better. This is also for them. Also for them to see what they can be, what they can do. Despite any obstacles, you can be better. It just take 1%. 1%. So thank you all. And thank you to everyone, and congratulations to all the honorees. And thank you for my sorority sisters that are here. Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, they're all in that corner. Thank you so much. And the president, Jalen Lai, thank you.
All right, I had to come off the podium for this next one here. The next honoree, I'm just going to ask him to call him up so he can stand next to me. That's none other than Mr. Kenyatta S. Stewart, Esquire. I'm going to ask him to come up here. I should have said the soul brother, the soul brother. We have a proclamation here, but I'm not going to read this proclamation. I'm just going to talk a little bit about this young gentleman standing next to me. A lot of people know Mr. Stewart or Kenyatta Stewart, especially if you're from Patterson, as Lawyer Black, right? Anywhere you go in Patterson, if you need a lawyer, they're going to tell you who to see. They're going to say, you need to go see Lawyer Black. Don't got to say the name. Don't got to say the office. You're going to find Lawyer Black. But before he became Lawyer Black, he's a native of Patterson, New Jersey, a graduate of Kennedy High School. Some people like to say that he was a good basketball player, but I don't really know about that much. I said some people. You're not going to find one here. He went on to college at William Patterson University and got his law degree from Hofstra University. He clerked here in the Passaic County vicinage under Judge Womack, late Judge Womack, something that he's really proud of. And he joined the Hunt, Hamlin, and Ridley HHR law firm, in which he rose through the ranks to become a partner. Please, yes. After doing all types of law for HHR, including representing the county of Passaic in several deals, the city of Patterson in several cases that we had, he went on to become the corporation counsel for the city of Newark. And this just shows you how, people from outside the city of Patterson and outside of Passaic County recognize the value that we have here. As corporation counsel in the city of Newark, he has made a huge name for himself. He has led that department of several attorneys to do some amazing things, including fighting for residents to get clean, safe drinking water, something that I know he's extremely proud of. And each and every day working alongside of the mayor and the city council to get things done for the residents of the state's largest city of Newark. It gives me great honor to bring Kenyatta to the stage, not just for his work that he does in the legal department, but also the work that he does in the city of Patterson and Passaic County as a community activist. A couple years ago, he founded an organization called We Believe. And it's just that. It's a group of community-minded individuals and citizens who believes that the community can do better if we just are willing to stand up and step out. And he's done that. He's got an extra effort by actually bringing gang leaders together. When the city of Patterson was facing violence in our streets, when people were being killed and shot, he wasn't scared to take off the bow tie and to go into some of the toughest parts in the city and bring those young men together and call for peace in our city, which was actually very fruitful. He's done great work with the reentry program, helping formerly incarcerated people find jobs and re-enter into our society as productive citizens. He is a great husband. He's a proud father. And he is my brother and my friend. Please help me welcome Mr. Kenyatta Stewart.
Good evening, family. Excuse my back. I truly appreciate, this opportunity, this plaque, this award. I thank all of the commissioners, essentially. I recognize that TJ probably bullied you all into doing something, but on a serious note, though, I recognize and I understand government a little bit more, and I recognize and I appreciate the work that you all do. I really appreciate it. As I stand here, it's funny, the different people who were, given an opportunity to speak today, and, we had an opportunity to see folks from our community. We all pretty much, and I use the word raised TJ, right? And it's from different perspectives. And while TJ is giving me this award, I'm here to honor him. The harsh reality is that I met TJ, well, I probably heard of TJ when I was younger. We're from the different sides of town, so we couldn't really hang around each other that well.
East
that
side,
much. Right.
all my East Side crew here.
But I will say that from the moment we had an opportunity to start hanging together, I know Mike Chip put us together at one point or another, and we almost like fathered or kind of like supported each other in different ways, right? We've always said that you need a mentor, mentee, you need a co-pilot, right? So folks like Jamar Mills and Alina and Shoshana and TJ have been my co-pilot, right? Kiana, his wife, of course, has been more than my co-pilot, has been my emergency parachute at times. But I will say this. I will say that, TJ, I'm proud to say that I've known you from when you started your political career. I use the word quotes on purpose. I know many folks in the room remember Best for the Kids. We had these paper flyers with a little apple on it, right? And he did well for the school board. Eventually, he was tasked becoming freeholder at that time, county commissioner now. And we worked hard for TJ because we didn't necessarily know or really understand that process at that moment. So we were desperate. We fought as if we were desperate to make sure TJ got in. And it's funny, on election day, at one point or another, maybe it was like 5, 6 o'clock, TJ had some concerns about being elected, right? And what would happen if I don't win and things of that nature. And I remember he and I literally drove around in my car going to different poll sites just saying, don't forget to vote for TJ. Don't forget to vote for TJ, right? And it's good to see TJ grow into the role. I know that you said earlier, I mean, I've been called maybe 30 times, and you all probably been called 30 times as well, to say, speak to TJ, because TJ has said something that, quote unquote, is out of the way or, uncalled for, what have you. But that's a part of being TJ. See, TJ doesn't do things the other way, he does it TJ's way. And of course, as his mom starts to laugh, we can appreciate the fact that TJ is never going to say anything that he doesn't mean. He's never going to say anything necessary. And guess what? He's never going to tell you a lie. I am also somewhat proud, but I'm not 100% sure if I'm proud of it at that level, to know that Kiana, who is, of course, Mrs. Best now, and TJ got together, for lack of better words, at Christmas party. And, before you know it, they get married and they have an opportunity to build a family. And, I'm very, very proud to be one of the godfathers of his children. And, oh, by the way, they are the godparent of my children. So the point of this story is not necessarily to tell you all about TJ, but it's to tell you that great things come from this community. And even though we were from down the hill, we're from up the hill, and when you come from, Governor Street, and you come from the projects, you're not supposed to be, quote unquote, where we are now. And I'll tell you that if you put a little time, a little effort into some kids that look like us, TJ had a ponytail back in the day, so, I can't. And believe it or not, I have braids. So if you put a little time and effort into people who may struggle a little bit, who may have, made a few mistakes, who may be a part of different crowds and different groups that you necessarily don't want to be a part of, that you don't want to be associated with. You put a little extra time into those people, you might run into a TJ Bass or a Kenyatta Stewart. And I tell you that TJ, I'm sure there's some kids right now on Governor Street who don't really understand and appreciate that you're an example. I'm proud of you, brother. Go get it done. Thank you, brother.
I don't know how this came about me, but thank you, Mr. Stewart, for that. Normally for our Black History Month celebration, we like to feature students, either from Passaic County Tech. One year we actually went to Manchester, but my personal favorite is students from Rosa L. Parks School of Fine and Performing Arts right here in the city of Patterson. They were scheduled to be here today, but due to the snow, thank you, Mother Nature, school was canceled and we didn't have them here to perform for all of you and for me tonight. So one of the greatest things that I used to do is for Miss Lyde, the other Miss Lyde, Jalen Lyde, when she was the principal of Rosa Parks, as soon as I called her during the month of February, she was like, all right, what day is it? I didn't have that. That was the first thing I ever, what day is it? What day do you want me to bring Rosa Parks up here? But we're very thankful for that. I'm thankful for everybody for coming out here today to celebrate Black History Month, and for a couple of people who are out here because it's my final meeting. I will be remiss if I didn't just acknowledge a couple of persons sitting right in the front row as my mother. Mom, I love you. Thank you for coming, Mom. The other woman in my life, my wife, Miss Bess. Thank you so much, honey. The mother of my children. We have my father-in-law, Councilman Robert Artis, and my wonderful mother-in-law, Miss Wilson. Thank you guys for coming out and being here. And the last group that I have to thank, and again, I'm really appreciative for everybody who's coming out, are my brothers from Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, who alongside, please, let's clap for my brother in the black and gold. Who alongside of the NAACP in the city of Patterson and in the city of Passaic helped raise me. We have people who were my teacher and my principal, who later became my mentors and now my brothers. I thank you guys so much for being here to celebrate tonight. With that being said, we're going to take a couple of pictures. We have some outstanding food for everybody downstairs. My church family, my family, Victory Temple, and all my cousins and all of them, they got together and they made some real soul food. We didn't buy from a restaurant. This is home cooked family stuff, okay? So banana pudding, pound cake, yams, baked chicken, fried mac and cheese, collards, cabbage. Yeah, okay. Reverend Still's ready. He's like, so again, this we're going to just wrap this part of the meeting up. We do actually have a full meeting. There is a public portion as part of that meeting, but for those of you who came out today, I want to give you a chance to do that. If you don't mind, that's the public portion.
Commissioner Best?
Yes.
You left out a big part of this. We have something for you because you served with us all these years. So not that I want to get in between that and food. Now I'm hungry, thanks.
All right.
So, they've asked me to do this for you. You've been my running mate many times now. I've watched, the first time I ever met you, were in Bill Pascrell's office. I think you were 2. Remember that smile? Because that smile never changed. You may get older, but that smile stayed with you. That's a 12-year-old smile. I think. So, listen, you know that we all, anybody who serves here gets this.
Thank you, Bruce.
Rich. I just want to say it's been an honor running with you. You are exactly what people were hoping for years ago, and you've done it.
Thank you.
Lead the way for other kids because you're the example.
Thank you.
You really are.
Thank you. Thank you, Bruce. This means a lot. He told me I could wear it around my neck like Flavor Flav. It's a clock because I've been known to be late to a couple meetings. We do have Mr. Martinez from the Patterson Public Schools School Board to come up. Thank you, Mr. Martinez.
Good evening, everybody, and I promise I will be brief. Thank you for being here, and thank you for indulging me just for a few brief moments. I have this proclamation on behalf of myself and members of the Board of Education, but I'm not going to read this because while this information is very important, it's the stock information, all the stuff that people who know TJ are already familiar with, so I don't want to speak on those things. I just want to take a few minutes to speak on you, my friend, and my brother. There are very few people who have been able to distinguish themselves the way you have for the last 12 years serving on this, on this board here with the county commissioner. The first time I got to meet TJ, we were literally hands dirty, building a playground. And he distinguished himself always in my eyes because even though he is a politician, he never played the role of a politician. A lot of times people get into politics for the title and the honor and things like that. And while TJ wore that, he always kept in sight the importance of being a true public servant. Nobody went harder for Patterson on this board than TJ. And I hope that moving forward, we'll have people going just as hard for the city that we grew up in. And you are, as Bruce said, the example for so many other young people coming up. So I just wanted to be brief and take this opportunity to give you your plaque, give you your flowers. And that's funny coming from someone who owns a funeral home saying we're giving you your flowers. But not in that sense. We just want to honor you. We just want to celebrate you and tell you that I love you and we're proud of you, man. Thank you.
All right. So unless somebody's going to jump out of the cake, I do want to have a chance to take some pictures with our honorees. We're going to ask all of the honorees to come up so we can take a picture. And then we'll take individual pictures with the honorees. And for everyone else, we did say grace at the beginning of the program. The food will be served downstairs. So thank you. No, you're strong.
U.S. Dixon, what happened here?
Congratulations.
I do want to let everybody know that there is food downstairs. We do have a meeting to run, so I'm going to ask that you go take the pictures downstairs so we can start our meeting. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. We're going to try to continue with our meeting now. So I'm going to ask that you can still hang out here and watch the meeting, but there is food downstairs. So.
It's nice, snazzy.
Trying to steal that?
Okay. At this time, before we move on to the regular business of the board, I would ask any of my board members here, commissioners, if they would like to make any comment about our departing commissioner, TJ Best. I'll start with Terry.
Hey, TJ, I never did like you, actually. I got to sit next to me, homework. I'm gonna miss you. You were the target for a while. I was all alone, but all of a sudden you came along. You were the bad boy. I loved it. I wish you all the best. You and your family. You've been, not only a friend, but you've been a gentleman, a statesman. You've done it all, and you're just a kid. I have shoes older than you. I wish you all the best. You're at the top of the line here, and I say that truly, with all my heart.
Thank you.
All the best.
TJ, this is sad. It really is. We said before how things can be bittersweet. And if you look at that word like bitter, it's bitter for us because you are so much a part of who we are. And sweet because I know you'll be back with your family and your kids and you'll be living a really good life with your family. I think the thing that sticks out the most is how articulate and well-spoken you are for someone. And I have 2 kids the same age as you. I am blown away every time you speak. You are, again, so articulate and so well-spoken. And when you said to Kenyatta before, he's the type of person, stand up and step out, that is you to a T. You're going to be sorely missed. But it is sweet because you will be back with your family full time. We're always here for you.
See, it's, I started working for the county when you were new on the freeholder board and, always a lot of ideas, always a lot of energy, the young voice. I'm going to miss you. We're all going to miss you. Nothing but the best for you and your family. We know you're going to continue to do great things.
Who are you looking at? Oh,
I've never known this board without you, TJ. I think you beat me here by a year. But all you know is what's there when you show up. So there's never been a freeholder board of county commissioners without you on it. And this is going to be new and different. I almost just used the phrase "you're going to a better place," but that sounded morbid, like Manny's remark. But you're going to a remarkable part of the country, and I'm so glad that my in-laws live a couple miles from your place, and that we'll get to continue to see each other in the years ahead. I'm grateful now to again not again, for the first time, be the youngest member of this board, for however long that lasts. But you've been, I know. You've from the very beginning of our service on here, you get what we do and you get why we do it. And you get the ways that it works together with everything from the federal government, where you started your career in politics, to boards of education, where you started your career in elected office. That's been incredibly valuable to me as a sounding board and someone to reflect with on the work that we do. And I'm going to miss you, and I wish you all the best, you and your family.
Listen, you're family to me, and you have been. We're related. Look, we look exactly the same, and we've said that over the years. You've been a pleasure. You have a great sense of humor. You have a great family. You've done it right. You've really done it right. And I meant what I said. You're an inspiration to a lot of young people, and you need to continue doing that, because there is hope for everybody to be whatever the hell they want to be, because you've done it. And that's the proof is in the pudding. You're an amazing young man, and you're still a young man. depressing to me, but no, what the hell do I care? Anyway, I'm going to miss you, TJ. So stop back up often.
I'm going to miss you. I know we've served on the Public Works Committee since I've been with the county for nearly 5 years. You've served as the chair. It's been a pleasure working with you, and I'm truly going to miss seeing another brown face. So, best of luck.
T, it's been a pleasure and an honor serving with you. You bring a different perspective to the board on a lot of discussions, and I respect everything you always had to offer. My wife made sure that I tell you she's going to miss your smile, your $1 million smile, and this is not goodbye. This is just another page moving forward, and like I said, it was an honor to serve with you. And I was your best director, right? That's it. That's it.
Pat, if you don't mind, I just wanted to take a couple seconds to just thank you all. It's been amazing serving with everyone from this side down. It's just truly been an honor. You know, when the chairman first asked me to submit he didn't even ask me to run. What am I talking about? He said, "Get your butt over here right now." You know how it works. Right? And he approached me with the opportunity. My daughter was just born, right? So I was coming off of the Board of Education after a term on the Board of Education. We just bought a house in Patterson. I had a daughter literally in a car seat that I was walking around to all of the campaign events. And then, the next election cycle came around, and then I had a son in the car seat, and my daughter was the life of the party. And as they're getting older, I realized that my time with them is actually going to be limited. So even though people say, "Hey, you're a young guy," and I'm 41. I just turned 41, so I'm not that young anymore. I had hair when I first started, no grays in my beard, and now I got an 11-year-old and an 8-year-old, and I want to coach. I want to coach my kid's soccer team. I want to be able to drive my daughter around to all of her dance competitions and to her choir competitions and everything. So, this is bittersweet. I wish I could stay on this body and not have to run anymore. That would be great, but that's not the way government works. So I just don't think I have another campaign cycle left in me. Bruce, I'm going to miss you being there and yelling at the audience right before I take the microphone so they can hate me. But it's been great just running with you. You really did serve as one of my political fathers in coming into this, and I appreciate it. All 12 of the freeholders and county commissioners that I've served with, we've all had unique relationships, and I'll cherish them all. But I would be remiss to not talk about the staff here, the staff there in the back, and all of you guys. You make us look good. It's so easy to be a county commissioner when you have a dynamic staff of directors and department heads and supervisors, down to our maintenance crew, down to the people who answer the phones, the people who are working in the office, people in the mail room, behind the scenes, who are just really making us look good. When they say Passaic County is a well-run government, we get the credit for it, but really you guys are the ones doing the work. And, it was tough losing Tony. But I know that Matt, with all of his energy, and he's talking about my ideas, Matt had a lot of ideas as well. And I'm just looking forward to see all of the wonderful things that's going to come from Passaic County in the future underneath his leadership as an administrator, and all of the talent that we have here in the county. To my office crew, Lou, you're going to make us all cry. I know Lou gets a little emotional, so I'm not going to ask him to say anything. Lisa, you guys have just been there from day one. Supporting the work that we do. When I have a crazy idea, you guys are the ones that are normally going to do the brunt of the effort and the work. So I just really want to thank you. I'm going to miss you. I'm not going away, but I'll see you soon. Thank you.
Okay. Moving forward here, I'll take a motion to approve the proclamations.
So moved.
Moved
Second.
by Commissioner Best, second by Commissioner Bartlett. Roll call.
County Commissioners Best,
Yes.
Duffy,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Lazara,
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett,
Yes.
Director Lapore.
Yes. And even though we've moved forward with the Black History Month celebration, still part of the administrator's report, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Director, the only thing I'll note is we do have the second reading of our 4 bond ordinances on tonight's agenda. The first is our 2023 capital budget, various infrastructure and improvements to our park system and the purchase of equipment. The second 2 are Chapter 12 bond ordinances for capital improvements at the Passaic County Community College. And the fourth is a bond ordinance for the acquisition of a piece of property in the Borough of Bloomingdale, which will be a park. It's a fully funded ordinance from our Open Space Trust Fund and Green Acres grants to expand the Passaic County Park System. That's all.
Okay, I'll take a motion to open the public hearing on bond ordinance 2023-01.
I'll move it.
Second.
Director.
Oh, sorry, need a motion to suspend?
Move that.
Moved by Commissioner James,
Second.
second by Commissioner Bartlett. Any discussion? Roll call?
County Commissioners Best,
Yes.
Duffy,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Lazara,
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett,
Yes.
Director Lapore.
Yes. Now I'll take a motion on bond ordinance 2023-01.
I'll move that.
Want to read the title?
Second.
Sorry? Okay.
Yeah.
Motion made by Commissioner
And say,
James, second by Commissioner Lazara. Roll call?
County Commissioners Best,
Yes.
Duffy,
Yes.
James,
yes.
Lazara,
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett,
Yes.
Director Lapore.
Yes.
Bond ordinance number 2023-01, bond ordinance providing for various capital improvements by the County of Passaic appropriating the aggregate amount of $10,500,000, therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $9,975,000 bonds or notes of the county to finance the part of the cost thereof.
If anyone wishes to be heard on bond ordinance 2023-01,
Seeing no one at the podium, I move to close public portion.
Second.
motion made by Commissioner Duffy, second by Commissioner Lazara to close. Roll call?
County Commissioners Best,
Yes.
Duffy,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Lazara,
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett,
Yes.
Director Lapore.
Yes. I'll take a motion to adopt bond ordinance 2023-01.
Move it.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner James, second by Commissioner Bartlett. Roll call?
County Commissioners Best,
Yes.
Duffy,
Here.
James,
Yes.
Lazare,
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett,
Yes.
Director Lapore.
Yes. Bond ordinance 2023-02.
Providing for the various capital improvements for the Passaic County Community College in and by the County of Passaic, appropriating the aggregate amount of $3,865,000, therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $3,865,000 bonds or notes of the county entitled to the benefits of Chapter 12 of the County College Bond Act to finance the cost thereof.
Take a motion to open the public hearing on bond ordinance 2023-02.
Move it.
Motion made by James, second by
Second.
roll call.
County Commissioners Best,
Yes.
Duffy,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Lazare,
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett,
Yes.
Director Lapore.
Yes. Anyone wishing to be heard on bond ordinance 2023-02?
Seeing no one at the podium, I move to close the public portion.
Second.
Motion to close, Commissioner Duffy, second by Commissioner Best. Roll call.
County Commissioners Best,
Yes.
Duffy,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Lazare,
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett,
Yes.
Director Lapore.
Yes. Motion to adopt bond ordinance 2023-02.
I move it.
Second by
Second.
James,
Second.
first by James, second by Duffy. Roll call.
County Commissioners Best,
Yes.
Duffy,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Lazare,
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett,
Yes.
Director Lapore.
Yes. Motion to adopt.
You got
You
it.
just did that. All right. Bond ordinance 2023-03.
Bond ordinance providing for the various Passaic County capital improvements for the county of Passaic, appropriating the aggregate amount of $4,188,389, therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $4,188,389 bonds or notes of the county to finance the part of the cost thereof.
Motion to open public hearing on bond ordinance 2023-03.
I'll move-
Motion made by
I'll move it.
James.
And just point of order, should come out of the Finance Committee, so Sandy should be at least seconding those
Okay.
motions.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Lazara. Roll call.
County Commissioners Best,
Yes.
Duffy,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Lazara,
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett,
Yes.
Director Lapore.
Yes. Anyone wants to be heard on bond ordinance 2023-03?
Seeing no one at the podium, we'll move to close the public portion.
Second. Motion made by Duffy, second by Best to close. Roll call.
County Commissioners Best,
Yes.
Duffy,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Lazara,
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett,
Yes.
Director Lapore.
Yes. Motion to adopt bond ordinance 2023-03.
I'll move it.
Motion made by James.
Second.
Second by Lazara. Roll call.
County Commissioners Best,
Yes.
Duffy,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Lazara,
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett,
Yes.
Director Lapore.
Yes. Bond ordinance 2023-04.
Bond ordinance providing for the purchase of property located at 335 Union Avenue, Bloomingdale, New Jersey, appropriating the aggregate amount of $5 million, therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $2,500,000 bonds or notes of the county to finance the part of the cost thereof.
Motion to open a public hearing on bond ordinance 2023-04.
I'll move it.
Second.
Second by Lazara. Roll call.
County Commissioners Best,
Yes.
Duffy,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Lazara,
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett,
Yes.
Director Lapore.
Yes. Anyone wishing to be heard on bond ordinance 2023-04?
Seeing no one at the podium, I move to close the public portion.
Motion made by Duffy, second by Best to close. Roll call.
County Commissioner Best,
Yes.
Duffy,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Lazara,
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett,
Yes.
Director Lapore.
Yes. Motion to adopt bond ordinance 2023-04.
Move it.
Second.
Motion made by James, second by Lazara. Roll call.
County Commissioners Best,
Yes.
Duffy,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Lazara,
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett, Director Lapore.
Yes. Motion to resume the regular order of business.
Move it.
Motion made by Lazara.
Okay, I'll second it.
James?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll call.
County Commissioners Best,
Yes.
Duffy,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Lazara,
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett,
Yes.
Director Lapore.
Yes. I'll suspend commissioner reports. Next is motion to open a public portion.
Move it.
Second.
Made by Lazara, second by
Second.
Duffy. Roll call.
County Commissioners Best,
Yes.
Duffy,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Lazara,
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett,
Yes.
Director Lapore.
Yes. Anyone wishing to be heard, please step forward.
Seeing no one at the,
Director of the Passaic County Road Department. I just want to thank you, Commissioner Best, for everything you've done for the city of Patterson and the county of Passaic. We have been going at this since we were about 14 and 15 years old. I still remember the day that we met. Mr. Fulmore and Mr. Leidy both knew us individually and told us while we were standing next to each other that you two need to meet. They put us in the room, closed the door, and left. And we've never stopped since. I just want to let you know that and I'm also want to thank you for believing in me and also giving me the encouragement, whether it's been with my career or personal life. I truly thank you. So me and my daughter Zora, we wish you well, and we'll see you in a few weeks probably in Georgia.
Anyone else from the public wishing to be heard?
seeing no one at the podium, I move to close the public portion.
Second.
Made by Duffy, second by Best to close. Roll call.
County Commissioners Best,
Yes.
Duffy?
Yes.
James?
Yes.
Lazara?
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett?
Yes.
Director Lapore?
Yes. Consent agenda,
Director? Yes, we do have one late starter
Yes.
tonight. It's Resolution N53. It's a resolution authorizing the purchase of one 2023 Ford Transit cargo van for the transportation of ballot machines pursuant to NJSA 4811-51L. I'd ask that Resolution N53 be added to the consent agenda.
okay. Motion to add N53 to the consent agenda.
I'll move it.
Second.
Motion made by James, second by Lazara. Any discussion? Roll call?
County Commissioners Best?
Yes.
Duffy?
Yes.
James?
Yes.
Lazara?
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett? Director Lapore?
Yes. I need a motion for the consent agenda N1 to N53. Oh,
I want to hold one.
sorry.
I wanted to hold one.
Okay.
Number 15.
15. You want
I
to
also
hold it?
have it.
Vote on it separately.
Okay.
And number 10.
All right. Okay. How are we going to do this here? Motion,
Just give me a second here. Director, it would be N1 through N9, N11 through N14, N16 through N53.
okay, I'll take a motion on that.
Make that motion.
Second.
Motion made by Duffy, second by Lazara. Any discussion? Roll call?
County Commissioners Best?
Yes.
Duffy?
I'm going to vote for everything except 10.
No,
You're not voting for it? Oh, yes. Okay.
James? Lazara?
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett?
Yes.
Director Lapore?
Yes. Now I'll take a motion on N10. Right? Take a motion on N10,
Move it.
moved by Bartlett. Your second?
N10 is what I'm voting against.
Right. I need a motion to
Push it through? Yes.
move on it.
Move on.
Moves without
Second by Duffy?
Duffy didn't second it.
Yeah, no.
No, I can't second. I'd be voting for it, right?
Well, you can, but.
Well, I'll have somebody else do it. Speak up, T.
I'll second it.
All right. Second by Lazara. Any discussion on N10? Roll call?
County Commissioners Best?
Abstain.
Duffy?
This is on 10, correct?
Correct.
No. Emphatically no.
James? Lazara?
Abstain.
Bartlett?
Abstain.
Okay.
Lapore?
Abstain.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fails, right?
Resolution fails.
Okay.
Thank you.
Through the administrator. Can we move this back to committee?
But this here, 10?
It's just a question. I didn't say we're going to do it. I asked. Back to committee.
It's already
Can
been
be,
voted
yes.
on.
I know.
It can go back to the committee and be presented at the next board meeting, yeah.
Listen, I think, and that is not listen, that doesn't mean anything in terms of how I'm going to vote. But I think we have an administrator who deserves to be at least heard. And, if that gives you the opportunity to do that, because you didn't look happy about it, and you may know things that we don't know. And I'd rather you have.
No, I don't. I'm surprised, but
All right, well, then I'll withdraw. Never mind. I really was doing it for you. I thought maybe you had something you wanted to approach. All right, I'm good the way it is.
Thank you.
Okay. Now we'll take a motion on N15.
I'll move it.
Is that you, James?
Yeah, you should second it.
I need a second.
Second, yeah. I got
Second by Duffy. Roll call?
County Commissioners Best,
Yes.
Duffy,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Lazar,
Abstain.
Bartlett,
Yes.
Director Lapore.
Yes. All right. Next we have new business.
Have any new business?
Need a motion on the personnel agenda?
Over the personnel agenda.
Second.
James, second by Lazara. Any discussion? Roll call?
County Commissioners Best,
Yes.
Duffy,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Lazar,
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett,
Yes.
Director Lapore.
Yes. Bills?
Move the bills list.
Second.
James, second by Lazara. Any discussion? Roll call?
County Commissioners Best,
Yes.
Duffy, James,
Yes.
Lazar,
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett,
Yes.
Director Lapore.
Yes. All right, take a motion to adjourn. What? A second?
Second.
Shouldn't Best
I thought TJ would want.
start over again? So
Yeah.
shouldn't Best start?
I move to adjourn the meeting.
Take- Motion made by Best, second by James to adjourn. Roll call.
County Commissioners Best,
Yes.
Duffy,
Yes.
James, Lazar,
Yes.
Deputy Director Bartlett,
No.
Director Lapore.
Yes. Good evening, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.